Not quite my tempo.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Whoa, guys. Episode 67. It is Christmas time. Per the macaw. All right, welcome to the show. It's like I said, it's episode 67. There's no news again. There's a few things. We're going to talk about a couple things. Some fun things, some depressing things, and some scary AF things, but we will talk about them nonetheless. And then we're going to do a little bit more ranking because you guys seemed to have fun with that last week. We had a record number of people watching live, not actually, but we had a lot of people watching and seeming to have a fun time in the comments with the rankings. So we're going to do that again this week. And then next week, we're going to kick it in with all that watch along Christmas movie stuff. So we'll talk about that at the end of the show. But let's bring in our guests today. The aforementioned Macaw is here. Maggie, how are you?
I'm good. It is Christmas time. No one can tell me otherwise.
Spoiler alert for Fandom Fights, but you are playing Nicholas Twig next week. Are you excited?
Next week. Yes, I am mostly terrified, predicting death mostly, but yeah, it'll be a good time. I'm sure.
Absolutely. And then also we've got somebody who is going to be playing in the finals of a tournament this week. It's Mr. Boatman.
Hi, that is a thing I am doing.
How are
Friday.
you?
I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm excited. I just watched the first half of The Fisher King again because I realized that I'd only actually seen the first 20 minutes and not the full movie.
I'm glad that I am
the movie's
spreading
so
the
far.
love of that movie to
I
people.
feel
Yeah. You cut out a little bit, but yes, I'm glad that I'm spreading the love of The Fisher King to people because Maggie and I watched it, and now you said you are watching it, and Tyler Butler said that he watched it because he saw that we liked it a lot, so he watched it and he said he liked it a lot. So great, The Fisher King making the rounds. Interesting. When we realized who directed that, we had a nice chuckle because the plot of the film. Okay, we will bring in final guest, returning, making a consecutive 2 weeks. I think that's a record. It's Robert Parker. Robert, how are you?
I'm doing lovely, and I also think it's a record for me. Hi, I'm happy to be here.
Did you have fun ranking things last week, and are you doing this out of pity?
I'm not doing it out of pity, although I am quite hungry, so I'm excited to gobble down a pizza when this is over. But what was the first question? Oh, am I ready to rank things? Did I have fun last time? Yes, I did. I'm disappointed we didn't get Santa with muscles higher. I would have liked to see that. So maybe we'll get it higher this week.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me. I see that there's some sassy comments about The Big Bang Theory in the comment section from someone on this show. I'm going to choose to ignore it, but that's okay. Guys, we do have a few.
Ignore it?
I'm going to choose to ignore it. I'm going to choose to ignore it.
I'm going to choose Nicholas to ignore it.
I don't understand the joke.
Twig?
Oh. Yeah, I get that his name is I'm so confused. Okay, anyway, I am dumb. I am Tim, and welcome. Let's get into the show. We're going to start by talking about something. The Croods is out in theaters. The Croods, A New Age, the Macaw's favorite film of 2020. Maggie and I saw the film. Boatman, did you see it? The Croods?
I did not.
Okay, and Robert, you did not either. No.
Mank instead.
Yeah, that's right. I did. Michael is speaking my truth. When I don't understand things, I didn't go to college. The Croods is out in theaters. It made some money this weekend. We actually have something to talk about with the box office, so we are going to talk about that. In its 5-day weekend, the Croods made $18.9 million. So that's in 5 days. Factoring in the fact that it came out on a Wednesday, it came out for the holiday. Overall, though, overall it made 18.9. Just the 3-day weekend, 13.2. So the movie's doing pretty well, actually, and overall worldwide, it's made 35 million. So that's not a bad chunk of change for a movie that, you know, I don't think a lot of people were really asking for, and it kind of just came out and happened. And like I said, Maggie and I saw it. I thought it was fine. I enjoyed it. There was stuff about it I liked. Maggie seems to feel quite the opposite and hate this film. But Boatman, box office, The Croods making 35 worldwide on its opening weekend. What do you think?
I mean, honestly, this is a slightly better sign than what we've been seeing. It's kind of interesting to compare this to the Tenet numbers, because those were less than great. And if I'm not mistaken, these are definitely better. And especially for like this movie having basically no hype, and probably if it didn't come out during the pandemic, it probably would have done terribly. But I think, you know, the lack of options kind of helped this movie. And just from what I assume, I'm guessing a lot of parents were just looking for an excuse to get out of the house and with their kids, so they went to go see this movie. I'm guessing. But I didn't really have an opinion on this movie. When I saw that it was coming out, I was just kind of like, oh, did people even really like the first one that much?
It's fair.
Like, it's fine, but I don't know any hardcore The Croods fans out there.
Apparently it's Maggie, because she said that, to quote, Croods A New Age is a blemish on, or it tarnishes the original. It is a blemish on the history that we have come to know about the Croods. I like the Tenet comparison. Tenet made 20 million opening weekend domestically. It went on to make 57 million domestically. It's still in theaters, but worldwide, that movie has made 357 million. So it is comparable in the sense that over 5 days, the Croods made about 19. Tenet made 20. They're pretty close. It is something to note, though. I think Malcolm actually has a good point as well, which Boatman was kind of getting to. If it wasn't Thanksgiving weekend, how would this movie have done? Who knows? Robert, you also didn't see the movie, but are you surprised by like 19 million for the Croods?
Honestly, it's better than I thought it would be. Like, I know it's the whole 5-day weekend. Like, I know it's the whole holiday weekend. I know all that, but like, obviously, we're still in the middle of a massive pandemic. Like, so I'm. It's better than I thought it would do over like a COVID Thanksgiving weekend for sure.
And Maggie, you hate this film. Tell us why.
I just thought it was very childish. It went full Trolls, I think is what you called it, or something like that.
Full Trolls World Tour, yeah.
So that was sad. But there were like people when we saw it. Not like a lot of people, obviously, but there were people there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised either. But happy to see a new movie in the theater, really.
That's true. Robert also alluded to it. Maggie and Robert and I saw Mank this weekend. We all bundled up into the cold and went and saw Mank in a theater, and that was cool and that was fun. That's on Netflix this weekend, I believe. And yeah, check it out. It's a Fincher film. You should watch it. Okay, let's move on to the next story. This one is depressing and I want to die. Okay, so Godzilla versus Kong. Kong versus Godzilla, whatever it's called. The new Adam Wingard directed film in the series might be going to streaming. Looking like it's probably going to go to streaming. Everywhere is saying it's probably going to go to streaming. Right now it's between Netflix and I think it was HBO Max, I think maybe, about where it was going to go. This is dumb. Don't like this. Nope. When you take your movies like The Lovebirds, your movies like The High Note, you put those straight to digital. Sure. I'm all for it. I'm game. Those are movies that I just, whatever. This is a huge movie. Why I have no interest in watching this on Netflix on my 50-inch television. Maybe if I had a home theater, I could get over it and live with my life. But I don't know. I'm just this rubs me. Why? This is a huge movie, and apparently the price tag from Warner Brothers is huge. They're looking to sell it for $200 million. or the offer made by Netflix, I think, was 200 million. So they would make back most of their money. But I just don't get it. This movie's been delayed a bunch of times. It was supposed to come out last November of 2020. It was supposed to come out, or I'm sorry, November of 2019, I believe. It was supposed to come out like shortly after Godzilla, and then they said, let's give it a little more time to breathe. So they pushed it to March. Pandemic pushed it. So it's just, or not even pandemic pushed it. They pushed it before pandemic. So the movie's clearly like ready to go. I don't get why we don't just wait a few more months. Like clearly Warner Brothers is like okay with doing digital and theaters with the whole Wonder Woman thing. So why not do that here as well? It frustrates me. I get it. There's money reasons behind it. I'm just not a fan. Maggie, you were really looking forward to this movie. What are your takes on it?
Yeah, I am not happy. Like you said, I would much rather see this movie in the theater. I know that most people weren't big fans of the second one, which is totally fair, but it was still something to behold on the big screen. Like, I still think the visual effects were amazing, and you don't want to watch giant monsters fight each other on a small screen. Like, what do you why? And I really hope that they don't do this. But I also understand how Warner Brothers is concerned about making money and all that sort of stuff, and this is an easy way to make sure that they make their money back. But no, I'm sad. I would much rather see a movie like this in the theater.
Yeah. Boatman, what do you think?
I think this is a stupid investment, right? Because like this is not a movie, presumably. Maybe it ends up being like one of just the most surprisingly fun blockbusters ever. But most likely it's going to be on par with Godzilla, King of the Monsters, where it's going to be mediocre to bad. And those types of movies make money by being like by coming out in theaters when there's no competition and people just want to see a giant dumb action movie in theaters on a big screen, right? This isn't going to get that on Netflix where there's already so much competition. It's going to get buried. It's going to get lost in the shuffle. I think people just aren't going to watch it.
I cut out again. Yes, I agree with you 100%. Robert, what do you think?
I'm with you. I didn't see either of the other Godzilla movies. And yes, I know, shame. But if I was going to see this one, if I was gonna like marathon this, build my own hype and marathon the series up to this point, of course I would want to see it on a big screen. It'd be stupid to like exactly what Bowman and Maggie were saying. Like these kind of spectacle movies don't really make money at home. So like maybe the studio makes money, but I feel like you're not gonna. What few fans are of this franchise, including Maggie, I feel like they're the ones who are going to get the most offended by this.
Yeah, and I mean, it's one of those things where it's you do this with this movie, and then you want to make the next Godzilla or the next Kong movie. People aren't gonna want to go to the theater then at that point. It's just it's a weird move, but something they're doing nonetheless. Okay, last news story before we get into the ranking stuff. We're gonna literally live a nightmare, and that's this dog is red. It's a red dog. Clifford, you remember Clifford, the big red dog? They're making a live action movie, and instead of making a CG pupperino, it's gonna be a real dog that they CGI to be big, but it's a real puppy. And they make him, it's a golden retriever, but he's red. I don't fucking know. Maggie told me about this, and she said, did you see the video of the dog, the Clifford? And I said, no. She said, oh, you should see it. And I pulled it up and wanted to die. Boatman, you had a visceral reaction when I shared that image. I'm going to show it to you again. And now tell me, how do you feel about this?
Okay, two things. Number one, kill it with fire. Kill it before it can lay eggs. Kill it. Number two, I don't want just a movie about Clifford. No. Who cares about Clifford, right? No. What I want is a movie that finally ties in the show Clifford and Clifford's puppy years? Because that needs to be answered. What happened? Where did all the characters from puppy years go? We never saw. We don't know what happened. For all we know, they died in a tornado. Well, I want to see that tornado happen.
Robert, do you want to see a film?
Hector.
I don't want to see dogs die in a tornado. No, I can't say that I do.
Do you want to see this?
No, I sure don't.
Sure don't. Maggie,
Yes,
Clifford, you love pupperinos.
I do.
Does this pupperino make your tail wag?
Nice.
No. It is very terrifying to behold. I'm a little bit scared. It's gonna look so weird in a movie because it's clearly just. I mean, I don't know. I think it's gonna be bizarre. We're just gonna be like really stuck in like an uncanny valley sort of situation where we're like, that's a real dog, but it's huge, and that doesn't make sense. And I'm not excited.
Well, neither is America. So, guys, those are the things you wanted to talk about quick before we get into some ranking. I've assembled the biggest fans of comic book films in the history of comic book films here. Robert, he kind of likes them. He's seen a couple. Maggie exclusively only watches ones where Chris Hemsworth doesn't have a shirt on. And then there's Boatman, who has seen every comic book film ever made. We are here to rank some this week. There are a lot of films on this list that we are going to rank. I did not look through all of them, but there are a lot of good ones, a lot of bad ones, a lot of DC, a lot of Marvel, a lot of non-that stuff. So we're just going to go for it like we did last week. Boatman, if you could keep an eye on the chat, that would be lovely while we do this. So we are going to get started right away. We've got an S tier, which is the best of the best, the absolute greatest. And then A, B, C, D, F. Haven't seen. I don't think there's going to be any haven't seens on here. If there are, I would imagine at least one of us has seen every film on this list. So with that being said, I'm actually going to get rid of the haven't seen. Okay, so we are going to start with 300. How do we feel about 300?
I have not seen this one.
Pretty good.
No. B at most.
To me, it's a C. It's a C.
C?
I'll take B. I'll take B. B is good. Let's go
Nope,
with
you're
B.
outvoted. Majority. C.
All right, so 300, we're going C. Kaleb Boatman's favorite movie, Avengers: Age of Ultron.
B.
To me, this is a B.
I would say B.
I would say A, but that's just me.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm willing.
I know I'm
to go
crazy.
A, but I think B is fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Ant-Man and the Wasp to me is also a B.
I would say B.
Yeah,
Okay.
B as well.
Oh, we're all on the same page. Ant-Man 1.
I think
I
that's
would
A.
say B, maybe A, but I'd probably say B.
To me, it's like low A, high B.
I would agree.
That means A.
Maggie, where are you leaning?
Are we like doing this thing where we're like putting them wherever and then we're gonna like
And
put
we'll
them in
order them at the end.
So I feel like we should put it in A for now and then we can like move it around as necessary.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Cool.
Aquaman.
A or
or
B.
B. I'd say
B.
maybe C, but I'm
B
fine.
is good.
with B.
What did you say, Boatman?
I'd say B or C, but I'm fine with B.
I'm a B on this one.
B
Okay.
is good.
B.
B, okay. Batman and Robin is an F.
That's
F.
a C.
C.
Maybe not C, maybe D. That movie
What kind
was
of
not-
world do you live
that
in?
movie? Okay, so there's going to be a lot of bad movies on this list. This is the most rewatchable, the most watchable, entertaining bad movie you'll ever watch.
I don't really agree with you.
It's stupid and it's bad, but it is not hard to get through, like a Catwoman or like whatever. Insert Electra.
It could be a high F. Put it in F.
I think F is
I would say
unfair.
You second that, Boatman, with the F?
Yeah.
Batman Begins, S.
S.
I would say A,
You're outvoted.
because I don't like the last 30 minutes. That's me.
Batman Forever, also an F.
That's an F.
I would say that's a C.
Whoa, really? Harvey, I'm
think there
Batman.
are good things
That's
about it.
exactly what I was.
Harvey, I'm Batman. Yeah, that's the
Okay,
villain.
everything else, I'm fine with D, but I think F is a little strong. If we're putting Batman and Robin and we're saying that's a high F, then I would say Batman Forever is a low D.
I'm willing to do Batman Forever at D.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. The Robin relationship is pretty good.
And I don't hate Jim Carrey. Mask of the Phantasm is an A to
A.
me.
A.
Yeah, I would say lower A, but still an A.
Okay. Batman Returns to me is a D as well. That movie sucks.
That's like a C for me.
Where are you?
I like Batman Returns.
Get in here if you're going to be back there and being sad.
You all are fucking nuts. What are you doing?
He freezes
And-
immediately.
Ant-Man and the Wasp is better than 300 in what universe?
I argued for 300, my guy.
We have 5 people. We can actually break ties now if Cody stays.
I got outvoted, Cody.
Where are we on Batman Returns? I say D.
I think D
I
is
say
way too low.
Dog
I think
shit.
C.
Dog shit. Terrible. Where's the bottom?
I agree
of the
with
trash
D.
can? D's
I'm
fine.
fine.
I'll settle.
Guys, Michelle Pfeiffer and Danny DeVito are both really good in that
Christopher
movie.
Walken is a lot of
You're
fun
not going
in
to
that.
convince anybody. I think.
I think
You're
D is
outvoted.
way too low.
Well, you're
Where
outvoted.
are you?
A good turd in the pile.
I'll be honest, I'm at B or A, but I know I'm in minority on
C.
that.
But
Fucking
I
D.
will vote.
If
I
will
think-
settle-
I think-
I'll settle for D, but it needs to be F. It's awful.
All right. 89's Batman, I would give a C.
I would say A. That movie's a lot of fun.
yeah,
That movie's great.
I'm willing to go B, but I don't like it.
No. I am
I
with
would
you,
say
Tim. It's a C. It's a C.
B.
It's a C. Oh,
B.
no.
I think B is
He
fair.
doesn't turn his fucking head the entire movie.
I'm fine with
So what? That was like the limitations of the time. That doesn't make it a
So,
bad
well,
movie.
fucking, I'm sorry. Adam West moved his neck.
It was like supposed to be part of the effect.
Adam West ran around with a bomb. Don't give me that shit.
Batman v Superman.
D.
D.
Fucking F.
D.
Fucking F.
I'm D as well. I don't think it's
Oh,
an F. but-
fucking high.
Big Hero
Eat some
6.
Jolly Ranchers.
Okay.
A.
I
C.
would say C. I don't like it very much.
C.
It's an F because of the title match. It's an F. It will
I would
always
say
be an
Tim's
F
just
for me.
scarred because he can't remember anything from it.
That wasn't a title match.
It was the triple threat title match. Yes, it absolutely
What are
was.
you talking? What
It was
moment
your
are you
two.
talking
I think
about?
it's 2-pointer in whatever that round was. And,
Oh, that's right. The IMDb bullshit. I forgot about that. I thought you were talking about me versus
No.
Dario.
no.
So what did we say?
Can we compromise at B?
I'm okay with C.
I want to go C.
The side characters suck in this movie. They're
No, they
all
don't.
Oh,
I'm at
awful.
C.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.
Birds
Birds of
Robin's
Prey.
an F. That's rude.
Birds of Prey.
I like this movie more than most people.
I would say
honestly-
I would say B.
I'll
I
say
would agree with that.
Based on these rankings, I would say C.
Can we just agree that wherever we put this, we put Deadpool right next to it because it's basically the same.
Yeah, I would
movie.
agree.
I'm going B though with that. What do you guys?
Yeah, I agree.
B is fine, yeah.
I do C, but whatever.
Black Panther. I would
A.
say B.
I'd say A.
I'd say B.
Black Panther, B.
Robert.
Well,
Yeah,
like
I
shorter and
think
better.
B is fair. I don't like it as much as a lot of we don't have a lot of ride or die Black Panther fans on this show right now.
Blade 2.
Haven't seen it.
Slaps.
Blade 2, I think, yeah.
I would say
B.
C.
Sure.
Blade 2 is better than like some of
They
the
all
ones
suck.
that we got in
Don't
RB.
pretend that that's not.
Whoa! Hot take.
Motherfucker's always trying to ice skate.
Let's
That's
see
the first
that.
one.
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
Still, she's in all of them. She threw it all out there.
So do C.
C.
C is probably fair.
Blade Trinity.
That's an F.
That's definitely an F.
Blade 1.
That's a D
That's
or
a B.
C.
I would say C as well. Cody's like,
It's better than Blade 2. I'm just saying.
Well, it has still be. We're gonna move
fine,
them all around.
Fine. I'm just. I'll settle for a C.
Okay. First Avenger, I would say is an A.
I'd say A.
I
Yeah.
agree.
What is it? First
Captain America, the First Avenger.
Yeah.
Movie one.
That 180s one, Captain America.
90s.
Go ahead, Robert. You probably the only one.
I own it on Blu-ray. It's
Yeah.
fucking terrible.
I own it as well.
It's so bad.
He like does something with the piano. That's all I remember.
He defeats the first off. Red Skull is Italian.
Right. He like
and
brings back his memories. Anyway.
Yeah.
Captain
You just
Marvel.
convinced me that it should be a D. Then that sounds
terrible.
interesting.
No, it's bad.
Captain Marvel, I think, is a C.
I would
That's
say
fair.
C or D.
C or D.
I'll accept
Yeah,
C.
It's so boring.
You can't put it at D because it's not worse than
No,
Blade 2
yeah.
and 300.
It's so boring though, but it's.
I mean, neither is Batman Returns though.
Oh,
I
Batman
agree with
Returns
you.
is that's
Catwoman,
diarrhea.
F.
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 And she isn't.
F.
She's not an anti-hero. Or she is, I don't know.
Civil War is an S to me.
A.
I would say
I'd say S.
I'd say A.
A.
A is where we're
It's
going.
definitely not the top.
We're
It
at
can be high
one.
A. It can be high A. But
Constantine, I would give a B.
I would
C.
say C. C
C.
is way too high.
Haven't seen it yet.
Okay, it's a C.
Constantine, yeah.
Daredevil, D.
Haven't
C. That movie's
No,
not.
it is D. That movie is fucking terrible.
Are we talking the director's cut?
No, we're talking the trivia one.
Does that make a
Oh.
difference, Cody?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it
Does.
does. It's a
D.
D then. D for Daredevil.
Dark Knight Rises, I would say B.
I'd say B.
I would say C.
C.
B.
C.
You're outvoted, Cody.
Sounds like it's
3B.
B.
What? What are we saying?
I think
B.
you and I got Cody. You and I got outvoted. It's a B.
The Dark Knight.
That's S.
S.
Yes.
I hate that it is, but yeah, I would go A. But
What?
To me, it's like Batman Begins is like so. I like it so much more than the Dark Knight.
You would. So you're saying Civil War right now is better than The Dark Knight in your mind?
I think the Dark Knight is a better made movie, but I would rather watch Civil War.
Okay.
And part of that is probably because I've just seen the Dark Knight so many times. Like I've seen that movie a ridiculous amount of times. Dark Phoenix, D.
C. There's some really good stuff in that movie.
Yeah, but I mean on rewatch, it's pretty rough.
I'd say
What's
C. Yeah.
It's
C,
an
it's
X-Men
not a
movie,
D.
so it can't go lower than a C for me. So let's say.
I couldn't. I don't know if I could call that movie like worse than. I don't know. Never mind.
Have you seen it, Boatman?
I did not see Dark Phoenix. I enjoy my life.
All right, well then we are going C.
Yeah.
Deadpool 2, D.
C.
D.
D.
I would,
You think Deadpool 2 is worse than Dark Phoenix and Captain Marvel?
Yes.
Yeah.
in the interest of strategy, I will say C. My actual opinion is A.
Of Deadpool 2.
I love Deadpool.
Why
Why
are
are
you
you
like
here?
this?
Why
Deadpool
are
is
you here?
Good. It's
Because I
not
love
bad.
him. It's what is it? What did we decide?
C.
I'm saying D because I think this movie is awful.
I
I
agree
will
with
say
Cody.
C to match Robert. I think that movie's a lot.
If they off the kid at the beginning, it would have been a way better movie.
I agree. He's terrible.
That and he's in a
Um,
lot of it. A lot.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. I have to go D.
Oh.
So yeah, I don't like the movie at all. Now Deadpool 1 is an A to me.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
I
say
agree. as well.
I say B. But that's me. I know.
What did
I'm
you
gonna
say,
lose
Bowman?
this fight.
B.
And Robert?
A.
Okay.
I've
Doctor
gone
Strange.
B.
A.
Oh, A. I'll switch to A.
I would
B.
say C.
I would say
I'll
B
say
as well.
B. I'll
B
say
is-
A B. I'll settle for a B. I love that movie.
Yeah, I like that movie a lot.
It's so good.
Dread, the Carl Urban.
A.
Didn't see it.
A.
A,
I'll
I
agree
would-
with
That
that.
movie
That movie
rocks.
slaps.
That movie
I haven't
rocks.
seen it, so
Okay.
I watched it in an airport. on
It's
my
not like
laptop.
trivia dense, but like that movie rocks.
Electra, F.
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 Hard
Probably-
F.
probably the worst movie on
fails
this list.
on every level.
Probably the worst movie on this list.
Avengers
Oh.
Endgame, probably a
S.
C. Maybe.
S. Yeah.
F.
Cody,
I'll say S.
maybe. Yeah, no, it's an S.
I say an A.
I would still give it an S, but I'm not against an A either.
I would say S.
S.
S is fine.
Maggie,
Just so Koho doesn't
F,
come and
F.
find us later, it's fine. It can be F.
Fans 4-stick.
D.
F. F.
The first half of that movie is really good.
Fan
Well,
force.
not really good, but it's good. The first half of that movie is good.
I'm waiting to see what
I think you are completely false on that statement. but that's fine.
Wait, what are people saying?
I think D.
I think it's
Cody
an
said
F.
Boatman, have you seen it?
No.
I think F is harsh.
I think F is.
It could be
I
a
don't-
high F.
Michael B. Jordan and Kate Mara.
Doctor Doom
are
gets
both
solved
really
in
good.
10 minutes. Doctor
Yeah.
Doom gets solved in 10
Movie
minutes. It's
is
not the
only-
Fantastic Four. It's the Breakfast Club with powers. It's
The
so
movie's
dumb.
only 145, but it feels like 7.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It does.
you're right. It's an F. Okay, 05 Fantastic Four. I would go
This movie's campy F. I hate
D.
this. D.
I was gonna say C, but yeah,
I
I'll
like,
take
I
D.
like Silver Surfer better, so I would go
I
D.
Don't
I would
hate
go
this
D
movie.
for this one. I would go C for Silver Surfer.
I would agree with
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
I would also agree with that.
Okay.
Wait, are there
I can-
3 Fantastic Four?
So,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that-
the 94 movie.
Yeah, that one's an F.
that is straight an F, and it's
I haven't
so-
seen the
Roger
94.
that
Corman.
might be. You can find it on YouTube. That one might be the worst.
Who's
of
in
the
it?
Fans list.
It's honestly so fucking bad. It's
The '94 Fantastic Four movie.
That's the very low budget Roger.
It was a
Corman
TV
one.
movie. Yeah.
Roger Moore's in it?
No,
I don't
Roger
even thi-
Corman.
Corman.
Oh, I thought you said Roger Moore. I said,
yeah,
okay,
Roger
You kill
Moore
me.
is the thing.
No, I don't
You
even
know
think
what?
it was theatrical.
Some would
release,
call
like,
him that
it
in the
wasn't.
James Bond films. He's missed
Is-
a thing in that thing. Okay.
Far From Home. I would
B.
say I like it a
B.
lot more than others. So my vote is A, but I will go to B if that's what I
Far
want.
from home, B. I agree. I think that's fine.
That movie has gone down for me on rewatch.
B is went down on rewatches.
Okay. There's 2 Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeances here. I'm assuming one of these is supposed to be the first one.
Oh yeah, it is.
So we
That-
are going to treat this one like 07 and this one like
Okay.
Spirit of Vengeance. So 07 Ghost Rider, the first one. I
C.
think is a D.
I would
That's
say D.
I would
That's
say
on-
it is a D.
I think that's on the level of Silver Surfer. Like I would.
Oh,
put that-
I'd rather watch
No
Silver
offense,
Surfer.
no offense. You all effed up your game when you put Captain Marvel and 300 in C, so it's a D. If that's the case we're making. I think-
So D.
D.
Yeah.
And then I would say Spirit of Vengeance is an F.
I thought you liked the Spirit of Vengeance more.
Not after the last rewatch.
Yeah,
Spirit of Vengeance is bad.
it's pretty rough. I
So
would
where are we
also
putting
say
that
F.
one?
I would say F.
I would agree. I think the action is better than the first one, but the story is just
That is definitely not a
Worst.
hill I'm going to die on, so you guys could definitely put that in F. I'm fine with that.
this next one's gonna cause a fight.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
A.
It's an F, but it's what it is. I know I'm not going to win this fight
A?
at all.
That's way too high.
A?
An A?
I would say B. B.
I agree.
Unfriend me on Facebook because we are no longer friends.
B
Uh,
is
and I cannot trust
I
A
am-
is way
Tim?
too high.
Where are we at right now? Robert's saying A.
A.
I'm saying
I'm saying F. I'm saying F.
B.
I hate this movie. I
Maggie,
think it's
where are
terrible.
you?
B.
So we have 2 B's, 1 A, and 1 F.
Tim, I will meet. Well, I don't think it won't matter.
Well, it's definitely not an A to me. I'm between B and C. I would.
I would
You
love to
can
go
switch
C.
to B. I'll accept B. I think B is
I would
fine.
love to go to C. Anybody want to go to C?
Ultimately, it's going to end up being B, like basically.
Yeah.
no matter
This
what.
thing-
No, but if Boatman meets me at C, then we can. And Tim goes.
Well,
to
no,
C,
I don't
then
want
we-
to meet you at C.
Well, that's upsetting. Okay.
I want
Guess what? Our relationship is as strong as the father and son relationship in this movie. So.
I would.
B is
I'll go.
fair.
I'll go B. I'll go B. Guardians.
Freaking hurts.
Guardians 1 is
It's an S.
S.
It's
That's an S.
That's
S.
fine.
2019's Hellboy.
F.
Didn't see it.
Cody's favorite movie of 2019.
Oh, what
That's
movie?
an F.
Hellboy 2019.
Oh, it's an F. It's not F. It's 100% F.
Hellboy 2:
If
The
you-
Golden Army.
That's a
A
A.
for me. That's an A.
I would say
I did not see it.
That movie rocks.
Yeah, I would say A as well. Okay. Hellboy 04.
I
B.
would also say A, but I know I'm not gonna get that.
I just.
Hellboy-
It's kind of boring.
What
I'd
movie?
say B.
Hellboy 04.
B is fair.
I take
I'm
B.
not. I'm
I
not
take
gonna
B.
die on the hill of Hellboy's an A. I just like it a lot.
03 Hulk. Ang Lee's
Ooh,
Hulk.
Nick Nolte in his ultimate anger. It's
I
gotta
would
be
say
an S.
D.
D is where I'm at as well.
I was gonna say C.
I
Well,
was
the
gonna say
dogs,
C too, but I will
guys.
accept D.
The dogs.
I think I think that movie's really interesting in some of the stuff it tries to do.
Incredible Hulk. Edward Norton.
C.
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 I'm C as well. Yeah.
No, I would honestly maybe even go B, but with the way we have our rankings right now, there's no way you can put it above the stuff we haven't seen.
Infinity War. S.
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 I'm fine with S. I would probably say A, but S is fine.
Spider-Verse.
If Endgame's there,
S.
S.
It's S.
S.
How many movies are on this heckin' list?
A lot.
There's like over 300.
And then you expect us to go back through all of these?
This-
Jeez.
Oh, I can't wait. I
Oh.
see some movies coming up. I'm excited.
Why are there
Um,
2 Return of Swamp Things?
I'm sure
'Cause
one
it's
of them's
that
gonna
good.
be the first one. Iron Man 2.
C.
B.
I would-
For one
B.
reason.
I love the rewatch. I think it's a B. I like it a lot.
B for one reason
B.
and one reason only.
Sam Rock.
Sam Rockwell's not enough to raise it up.
C.
How
He raises
dare
it up.
you
I'm
say
all
Sam
about
Rockwell
C.
raises it up from a D.
I'm also at C.
Mickey Rourke is pretty rough in that movie.
Iron Man 3.
I would say B.
I would
I'm
also
saying
say
B.
C.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
Most days I like Iron Man 2 more than Iron Man 3. So
But then I am.
I love
I-
Sam Rockwell, but that's a crazy.
Maggie's gonna be the decider because she loves Trevor. I'm going C with Robert.
I would say C for sure. There's no way I would put it
yes.
much higher than.
I'm having
Oh,
Madison
that's the one that's made me the
flashbacks and
happiest.
upvoted, damn it. That one did?
Oh, that I feel like that's a personal victory
He
that I got
shouldn't
that
be
at
allowed
C.
to talk about Iron Man because clearly he
Iron
hates
Man 1 is an S to me.
it.
Yeah, I agree.
I would say it's an A.
I would also say A.
Would you, Robert?
Yes, I would.
Probably a B,
Because
actually.
there's strategy in this game.
So
You guys
S.
act like I don't like that movie.
You
I
hate
like
it.
that
You
movie.
hate
I just
him.
don't think
You
it's
hate him.
perfect.
Joker. S.
C.
I would
Joker
say-
S? What kind of world are you living
I
in?
would say S for Joker.
Cody.
What would you say, Boatman?
God.
What would you say?
S.
No
Send in
fucking
the clouds! Yes!
Fucking
That's the one I'm so
that is
happy
much
to
too
win.
high.
That's the one I'm so happy to win
Jesus
right now.
Christ.
Jonah Hex.
B or C.
Whoa,
B?
B.
Maybe not B.
serious?
Maybe not B. No, maybe not B. I'm just mad.
Whatever.
I'm just mad
That
at
movie's
Joker.
terrible.
I'm not mad at. I'm just
This
mad at.
gets a D. It should get
D.
worse because of the talent that they ruined in this
D
movie.
is
They
probably
wasted so
fair.
much
Say
talent.
D. The first
D.
hour is like boring bad.
The first hour, it's like an hour and
It's a
12 minutes.
90.
movies
It's a
that-
92-minute movie.
The first
No,
hour
it's like
is
81.
boring bad. The last half hour is really fun bad.
So we all agree on D for Jonah Hex.
Yeah.
I mean, no, but
Judge Dredd, the Stallone
F.
one.
I haven't seen that one.
F.
Didn't see it.
It's atrocious. It's so bad.
It's F, yeah. Justice League, I would give a D.
Yeah.
I think C.
I would personally go C, but I'm fine.
Which one is it?
Justice
Justice
League.
League.
I think C.
Caesar.
We're going C.
Yeah.
Okay. Kick-Ass 2.
Also C, probably.
Yeah,
I would agree with C.
I agree.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Kick-Ass 1, I think, is an A.
A.
I'm fine with A. I was gonna say B, but I'm fine with A.
Maggie.
Yeah, A's fine.
I think that was the first rated R comic book movie I ever saw.
Logan is an S.
S.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
It's an A.
I would also say
You're
A.
outvoted, Cody.
Maggie, why are you so aggressive against Cody? Jeez.
I've been saying that to everybody.
Every time we outvote, you go, you're outvoted, Cody.
Can I vote first on this one, Tim?
On Man of Steel, yes, you can.
I'm gonna make all the fanboys cry. This is a D. This is
I
a
agree. Well, I don't know. That might be a little bit low.
I
would
drink DCEU fan tears.
I would
Oh,
go
that coffee is cold.
I would go C at the highest.
I would agree with C.
I would give it.
If Boatman said it first, I'll go with D. Cody, come on, you can go
Cody,
D with
go
us.
D.
You can
Oh, I'll
D
go
with us.
D. If that's not, I'm not giving it a C. That movie is garbage. It's directed by Zack
Wait,
Snyder. It's all about
what- Maggie, what kind of child did they have? Was it a boy child?
The Dolph Lundgren Punisher movie.
F. That movie sucks.
It's an F. It's terrible.
There's a really weird like torture scene where they like stretch him out. That part's kind of funny, but the rest is rough.
Punisher Warzone, probably also an F.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yes.
It's
that
an
movie's
F.
So bad.
Oh no, I would go. If you guys are going F, I can't go F. C or D.
I don't have an opinion.
F.
F.
Robert, you're upvoted.
F. Oh my god, that movie is so much fun.
No,
Thor
it's not.
Ragnarok. S.
A.
to me.
S. S.
A.
Sure,
Okay,
I'll go S.
Sure.
I didn't think
I
you
don't
guys were.
I don't
okay.
know if it's that top tier, but I think A.
Oh, it's better than Joker. So
Yeah, I know, right?
Wait until we get all three of us to get rating that top spot. It's gonna be fun.
The Rocketeer.
I would say A or B. That movie's a lot of fun.
yeah,
I'd say C.
B.
I would also say C.
I'll say B then.
Cody, have you seen it? Can we
So
flip
where
them
are we
around?
at? 2 C's, 2 B's.
Yeah. Have chat decide.
Sure.
Why?
First one who puts a letter in.
Yeah, I agree, Michael. We should not have put Joker in S because now our S is gonna be like wild.
Whoever puts a letter in for Rocketeer first gets it between B
Did
and
Michael
C.
put A in? Michael put an A in. So I guess that means B. So it's a B.
I thought
No,
you did
that's not. That does not count. B from Nazario. All these
Okay.
other people are saying
All right.
B.
B.
Fine, we'll go B.
Wait, that's a good point. Are the other Thors not on this list?
Oh
yeah, they're down
no,
there. I see
they're
Thor.
down there.
Yeah, I see him. I see him.
It's like half alphabetized, half. not.
Yeah. So Rocketeer at B.
Okay. Shazam. To
A
me,
or
the-
B?
Tim, can you say that title again?
Shazam.
No, but can you say it but like while creepily holding my shoulder during it?
Stop it. Where is Aquaman?
I would. Aquaman is in B as well. I would.
Oh,
put
it's
Shazam.
gotta be B.
Yeah, I'll
It's
put
higher
it.
than that.
Yeah,
It's
I
higher
agree
than
with
that.
that.
It's
Okay.
the best one. One of the best ones.
Sin City.
I would say B or C.
I would go C.
I don't think I've ever seen that
To
one.
me, that's an A, but I'll take B. I
seen
like
it
that
one
movie a
time.
lot.
I wasn't in love with it. I would go C. I would agree with you.
Here's what that movie is. That is Robert Rodriguez making like one of his kids' movies, but for adults. And I love Robert Rodriguez.
I just like I like how it's like black and white. It's like noir. Like it's. I just like every weird choice that they make.
I'm
So-
fine with going B. I'll go B.
So we're at B for that. Okay. Spawn.
F.
Never seen
F.
it.
Oh, it's atrocious.
It's awful. F.
That
That clown
02
used to give me nightmares.
2002 Spider-Man is an A. to me.
A.
Michael Campbell, my boys in the chat, I'm gonna give it an S just so I'm on the record for saying S. So,
A then.
same affection.
I
Maggie's
would
going
say-
A,
Absolutely.
Can't let them get too high.
Let's go.
and then Spider-Man 2 to me is an S.
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 Okay.
Spider-Man choose S. Yes.
Spider-Man 3 to me is an F.
I think that's.
That.
I think that's very low. I
You're
would
so
say-
angry.
the
This
first
movie hurt
half
you
is,
so
like,
bad.
fine,
It's so-
and then the ending just completely loses
The
it.
first half is fine.
It is.
It is.
This movie hurt
Do you
Tim
not remember when we
personally.
were watching it? I watched like the first like 1.5 parts of it, and then I watched the last 30 minutes, and it seriously just devolved in the last 30
So
minutes.
if we're going- If we're going based on like the stuff we have here, it's better than Batman Forever. It's better than BVS. It's better than Jonah Hex. Like you gotta go. C.
Better than BVS? Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, it is.
better than
It is.
Yeah.
I go C for Spider-Man.
I think.
It's
I think. Tim,
it's also
Outvoted
not.
Tim.
It's shorter. It's also short. Yeah, you've been outvoted, Tim.
Where is this going?
Tim, I think you're just C.
D?
C. You said.
Oh, I thought we were saying D.
C?
Who? Okay.
Yeah, I'd say
Who's
C.
vote? Who's voted? I'm saying D.
D.
I'll vote D.
Okay.
Fine, I'll go D too.
Just so Tim stays in his apartment today and doesn't try test flying.
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
I'd say A.
A or B.
I
A
like
is-
this
A is
movie
good
a
with me.
lot. I
A?
like this movie a lot.
A.
Yeah, A is good.
Steel. F.
Oh, that's an F.
Fuck. Yeah, F.
Shaquille O'Neal literally gets it for D.
Suicide Squad. F.
D.
F.
I'd
C.
say D.
Robert, did you just say C?
I find that movie very rewatchable. I don't like it. I don't think it's a good movie.
It's
but
another
I
one
would-
of those movies that's
No.
like not that long, but it feels like 7 hours.
I would rather watch Suicide Squad than like Blade or Kick-Ass 2.
That's well, I don't know about Kick-Ass too.
Okay, so where are we at? I would say F.
I'd say D.
F.
D is fine.
I'll say D as well. I'll allow it.
Okay, fine. I will go to D then. Okay. Supergirl.
F.
F.
F. I agree. Superman 2.
If we are not talking the Donner
Trivia.
Theatrical.
Theatrical.
theatrical cut,
C.
I would say C.
C. I agree with that.
If it was
Yeah.
the Donner cut, I would say A.
Hot take. D, but it's just my take.
It's not that good. You're right.
I think these movies are bad.
Superman 3 is an F to me.
Sure.
Superman
Superman
3,
3 is an F.
Superman
F,
3
yeah.
and Superman 4 are both Fs to me.
4
I
definitely
would've-
is. 3
I
is
would've
yeah.
thought-
No, I'm gonna go with you because 3 is so long. 3 is a 2.5-hour movie. Like, I agree. F for both.
Superman Returns, I think, is not that bad. I would give it a C.
I would say B or C. Yeah. B
C.
is probably a little high.
I would say C.
C is probably good.
What are we do? Superman Returns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where's the ties at right now? Or is there a tie we all agree?
No, I
Well,
think we're pretty much all.
I think
in
C
agreement.
is probably fine.
That's fine.
Superman the movie, I think, is a B.
C.
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 Wow. Okay.
I think it's so overrated.
It's
Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
B.
C.
I think it's a C as well. I don't think it's
It's
that
a
bad.
C. It's fine.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze.
F.
I don't think it's an F. I think it's a D.
Uh-oh.
Fine.
Nazario,
Fine, I'll take B.
please leave the chat. Please leave the chat.
I'm not a boomer pretending to be a Gen Xer, so I haven't seen these movies.
I have kind
Where-
of seen them. I mostly blacked out, I think, while I was watching them.
D.
D, I would say, yeah.
Fine. I would say C, but
Turtles in Time, the third one is an F.
F. That's an F.
Straight F.
I would agree with
I-
that, yeah.
I would give it a D, but I understand we'll lose this fight, so we'll move along.
The original, the 1990.
C.
I think it's a C as well. I would even,
D.
honestly, I would maybe even go B.
I would go B, and for one reason and one reason
No
alone.
way.
There are 2 seconds of Sam Rockwell in this movie.
There are Sam
Oh my
Rockwell's in that
God.
movie.
There is first Sam Rockwell's first movie ever. I give it a B on principle.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the Foot Clan. He's like the leader. He's like giving kids cigarettes and shit.
So where are we at? C?
See if we're being realistic.
B
I
if we're
think
just
C is
having
too
fun.
high. I would say D. But
Ooh,
I will
hates the
accept
turtles.
C.
So
Hates
far,
the
I
turtles.
hear 3 C's.
That's majority.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think this is Amazing Spider-Man 2.
D.
I'll take D.
F.
B as well, I would say.
F.
I'm
Well,
on
we
the-
all did something really bad. We put Spider-Man 3 in D, and Tim will never agree that this movie is way worse than
Which it
that
is.
was. It
no,
is.
Spider-Man 3 is worse. The Amazing Spider-Man, I would give a B.
C.
I'd say C.
I'd say C as well.
Wow.
C is fine.
All right. Only one tier above Spider-Man 3. That's pretty fucking stupid. Okay. The Avengers, the 2012.
I'd say A.
A.
B.
Yeah, I would say B personally.
It's went down on rewatches. It's
Yeah, to me it
The-
does as well.
The team dynamic still like has not aged at all. That still holds up.
Yeah, no, it does. I think that like Yeah, I'm willing to go A, but my heart says B.
That's fair. I think just because like the action has been outdone as the MCU has gone on, but like I think
I wouldn't
the
even say that.
character
I would say like
moments.
I would say character development and everything
Yeah.
is way better in those other ones than this one.
I don't love the dialogue anymore. Like
Correct.
it's weird that it's weird
It's
that
stale jokes at this point.
so where we go, B or A?
I would
I
still
think
say
we're
A.
going. I'm saying B. That's my bet.
Maggie,
I don't want to be the deciding vote.
you're
Bowman.
not.
Bowman, what do
Oh,
you think?
okay. Wait, what
I
is
would say
Bowman
A.
saying?
So, Cody,
Okay, then I'll say A.
okay, so it's A.
I think it'll probably end up low on that list, but I still think it deserves to be up there.
I hope so.
The Crow. Fun fact: have not seen it.
I've seen it. I would say
Robert's
D.
written 18,000 questions in Full Metal Geek about
Oh,
this,
I've
so
written
he's-
more about other mixed bag movies.
RJ would disagree.
Well,
I would say D.
you said D, Boatman?
Yeah, I don't like this.
I'm so glad you did that because that's what I was gonna say. Because I was afraid to like say that I don't like this movie because it's so revered by like people who love the '90s. But I think this is a bad movie.
Wait,
Yeah.
which movie are we on?
The Crow, the
Oh.
Brandon Lee one. Yeah, I would say D as well.
I'm gonna say something now. Jim Carrey's The Mask is a treasure, and I am going B on that one.
I'm also going B.
I will fight with you on that. Cuban Pete will always be. It should be, but I'll take B.
I think honestly, if I would go A too.
I'm fine
No.
with
C.
No.
A?
Three's for A.
No way.
Boatman, we have an end of the year meeting.
No, don't do it, Boatman.
No way. It is
Fine,
not a A movie.
Fine, I'll take a
Compared
B.
to what is on,
All right, we'll go B. We'll go B.
So much fucking fun. Oh, well.
compared to what
Thomas
is it, A,
Wayne-
I think The Mask is a lot of fun. I think it has problems, but I think Doyle is like the best joke in that movie.
Thomas Jane's The Punisher.
Where did we put
C?
we put Warzone at an F? Yeah, that was a mistake.
No.
No,
I
it's
think
not.
it's a D.
I would say
That's fine.
yeah, C
I
or
would.
D.
I would take a C.
I'll take C as well. I think this movie has some campy fun.
It's so boring.
But like
I'll
the
take
opera
C.
scene where they're like fighting in the apartment and there's like an opera happening. Oh
Cool,
man.
one scene.
Well, there's not
I
a
can
fucking
give you
guy
one
walking
more
around with
scene.
Jigsaw face on the entire time. It's way better.
Dude, it's
So
2 hours. I'm going. My vote is D. Boatman,
I have not seen this one.
Cody.
What are you and Maggie saying?
I said D.
Maggie, what are you saying? C? All right, C. Yeah, we'll lock it in then. I threw out C first, so I'm good with it.
The popsicle interrogation. There was just a lot of good stuff about that movie.
The Wolverine. That is a B to me. I like
B.
that
I
movie.
think that's the
Yeah, B.
definition of a B movie.
B.
Cool.
I would say B.
Not in like film definition B, but just like on this list.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, what you meant, Robert.
All right, we're gonna have an argument.
Michael, you're not wrong. You're 100% not wrong.
What'd he say?
It's I put an A because of the Cuban
Oh,
Pete
'cause
scene.
Cuban
and
Pete.
You're not wrong.
We're gonna have an argument about this one. Thor: The Dark World. To me, is not
D.
an F. I would say
Oh.
D as well. I would go D.
I would say D.
I
It
would
at
even
least
say
has
C.
production. It has production value. The rest of it is
Yeah.
shit. I'm sorry.
I-
It also has it has good things about it. I think
Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston, good as Loki. Like he's
My-
had-
my
but it's
honest-
so boring. It's
My
boring.
honest
It's
opinion
boring.
is C, but I'm willing to go D.
I
Oh,
would
come on,
going
Tim.
D.
I'll go see with you. Let's go see.
I'll go see with you too.
Oh.
All right, there it is. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Thor 1.
I would say C.
I would say B. I think that's
I would ride along with it. I think that movie is not that great. C
B.
is fine.
B.
I'm going B as well. Yeah.
That movie's not as bad as people say.
I love that.
Well,
movie.
I don't
I like
I
that
don't
movie
see
quite a
anybody
bit.
leading the charge of saying it's one of the worst films ever. But
Oh, I do.
It's not great.
I see a lot of people saying not worst films ever, but like worst MCU. That's in a lot of people's bottom 5.
Okay.
Stop being friends with
TMNT, the animated.
Where did we put 90?
I have seen.
We put
C?
90 at C.
I think the
I-
same level then. C.
I have seen this one because it was on Cartoon Network like all the time.
It's really not that bad.
I would say this is on. I would say it's better than the first one. So if that one's at C, I would put this one at C as well.
I would say D, but I'm fine with C.
I've never. Nope.
I slept through it.
V for Vendetta.
I'd say B.
B.
Low B probably, but B.
B.
The political stuff in that movie is really interesting.
Venom.
Well,
C.
C probably. Yeah.
I'll go C.
Fine.
I don't think that movie sucks.
What,
like-
Cody, do you think it's worse or better?
No, it's just well, there's just a mix of shit. It's perfect. If we're talking one's perfect B movie, that's a perfect C movie. Like, all the comic book movies, fine. It was just like in your face. It's just so annoying to me.
It's a wild.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just annoying.
Michael Campbell, this just in, commented on the post on the Facebook page. You guys put Joker in SFFS. So
It's about to move up. Everybody just watch.
What did we do anyone since Venom? I cut out there.
no. The next one is Winter Soldier. That's an S.
S.
I would say F.
Untouched. Oh,
Okay. Next is Wonder Woman.
I'd say B.
I would agree with B.
I would agree with that
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
totally justified.
X2.
I'd say B, maybe A.
A. for me.
I would say B.
B.
S? What? Who said that?
I
I'm
would
okay with A.
Cody, do you want to go A? I'll go A.
A.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I thought
A.
everyone else was going to be like C, B. So no, I want this in A.
No, I love
There we
this
go.
movie.
No, leave it there.
No. X-Men 1. I would
C.
say
C.
B.
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 Me
B?
too.
We're putting next to an A. That one's a B.
Dope. X-Men The
I'm
Last
okay with that.
Stand.
F.
D.
Oh, it's not.
I don't think it's an F. I think it's a D.
D is fine.
D's fine.
I'm fine with D.
What did you say, Boatman?
I said C.
Okay. Apocalypse. X-Men Apocalypse.
That's a C.
That's a C.
Actually, yeah. That honestly for me,
don't overextend
I would
your hand.
maybe
Don't
even
overextend
go
your
B.
hand.
If we have X1 at B, I think that's about the same level. But C is fine.
Days of Future Past.
S.
S.
I'd say A.
Maggie.
I mean, I would also say A, but they already said S, so it doesn't matter.
I haven't said anything.
Oh, I thought you did.
I have not. We have 2 S's and an A so far.
Oh, then I'll say A. High A, but A.
Tim does the ultimate. Just don't move after it. S.
I will say this. I will put it at S if we can get first class to S.
No
Oh,
problem with
You
that.
have
That's
four
fine.
people who love First Class on this call. Of course, both of them
Well,
are going to be S.
Cody doesn't like it as much as Days of Future
Yeah, he
Past.
does.
But I think they're both. I think they're both.
Oh, you think they're both S? Then
Yeah.
I'll put both in S then.
100%.
I was
Especially
gonna
when
go
rewatch
F,
that
for
movie went up. Hey, can
You
you
put-
move that out of B? What are you doing?
Because I have to scroll.
Oh,
sir.
my bad. I was just about to say.
God, we're going through these and like ordering them too. Oof.
Maybe not. Maybe we'll just do the S tier because we've
Okay,
been on for
that's
an hour.
fair.
Well, maybe we'll just order the S tier or something.
We
Origins
need to do the
Wolverine.
S tier.
Origins Wolverine is an F.
Mm-hmm.
F.
F.
I would say D.
You're outvoted.
Yeah, I know.
All right, now this one's gonna be rough. Watchmen.
C.
I agree. C, maybe even B.
I would.
I would say B.
B? Can we go B, Maggie? I'll
Can we go
for
B?
this. I'll fight for B.
I'll go B on it.
Oh, fucking killed me. I'm glad we're not ordering the rest of this shit. That's fine.
I have not seen this film, but Flash Gordon. Anybody seen it?
I have not seen it either.
I've seen parts of it, but
Oh.
I've never seen the
I've
whole
seen
thing.
parts of it as well, but I've never sat down and
Can
watched
I
it.
lead this charge? Can I
Yeah.
go F? Because
Yeah.
this is shit.
Koho
This movie is
hated
so
it
bad.
too, so we'll let him have that one in spirit. Howard the Duck. F.
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 But the duck boobs.
I can't resist your animal magnetism. That movie
Swamp
is the
Thing.
worst. First Swamp Thing? The first one?
Yes,
D.
I agree with that.
I would agree with that as well. Did you know that movie's rated PG and there's titties in it?
It's true.
It's accurate.
Howard the Duck is also probably rated PG.
That's true. Return of Swamp Thing.
That's an F.
I would agree.
That's fine.
The Shadow. Have
D.
not seen it. The fuck was that?
I have no idea what that was.
I think that was you.
Not me.
What was the sound?
I think that was the macaw then.
Yeah.
Okay. Where the shadow?
D
I've never
for me.
seen it.
Robert's the only one who's seen it. D.
Yeah.
I
think I would
the
say that and the
Phantom.
Phantom are both D. I don't know if
would
you guys
say
have seen
D for
Phantom.
the Phantom.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is an F.
F.
Sean Connery makes it at least a D.
Men in Black.
That's Men in Black 2. Men in Black.
Yeah,
Men in-
we'll do them in order. So Men in Black 1, I would say, is an A.
I would say
Ooh, I
S
think-
for
I
Men in
think
Black
that's-
1. I'll say F.
Whoa!
Damn.
Calm down.
The
folks.
first Men in Black is awesome.
I go
Men
A.
in Black is one of the greatest comic book movies.
Boatman, will you go
ever.
A? Will you go A? Me and Cody are at A right now, Boatman.
Well,
I'll give you an A.
Oh, and there we go.
fine. I would
It was
say-
never going to go S, though.
It was never going to go S. But
You just put it in C.
Maggie, I have to scroll.
I yelled at him.
Men in Black 2,
F.
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 I would say for one reason and only, and that is Patrick Warburton.
Same rule applies. Tommy Lee Jones is in it, so it's at least a D. I can't put him in that one.
Yeah, D.
D is
D.
fine.
I will go D. Men in Black 3.
I would say
B?
B.
Oh, B. I'll take B.
I'll take
I'll
B.
take B. I like that
I like
one a
that
lot.
movie.
Did you know that Robert really likes Michael Stuhlbarg in that baseball scene in this movie?
I do. Why you gotta be that way?
Because you told me every time this movie's brought up, you talk about that scene.
'Cause it's a good scene.
I know
It's worth
it is. It's
talking
a great
about.
scene. It's just like we've talked about that movie together so many times, and every time you do the I really like that. You know the scene, and I'm like, yes, I know what you're talking about because we've done it 80 times. So B, are we good with B on that one?
B is fine.
Fuck you all
B.
today.
I don't think. Yeah, I think it's not as good as the first one, but.
Tim, you put it in C there? I don't know.
I'm gonna fucking blow my brains out. Okay, and the last one is Green Lantern.
F.
D.
I don't think it's
D?
an F. I would say D as well.
D
Fine.
is fine.
I'm fine with D.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen.
Just put it in F.
Oh, that I did. Whoops. Okay, so we're not gonna order. We'll order the S since that has the least. Actually, no, it has one more than.
How about we not order any of them, and you can like take a screenshot, and maybe we can.
You know
order them
why?
some
You know
other
why
time.
they don't want to do that? Because Joker. I know Joker's gonna walk up the list.
That's fine. We don't have to order anything. We're already at over an hour, and this show is not made to be over an hour because the macaw has to go to sleep. So with that, guys, next week, 8:00 or 9:00, 9 EST. Home Alone watch along. I have not seen the film. It will be my first experience watching it. Come join us, 9 EST next Wednesday. We'll be watching Home Alone, probably off Disney Plus. So come and join us for that. The following week, we are also going to do another Christmas watch along. We have not picked the movie yet. We are going to leave it up to you. I'm going to put a poll out. So get the ideas out. Do you want your Muppet Christmas carols? Do you want your elves? Do you want your It's a Wonderful Life? What do you want? Whatever it is,
Can we do It's Wonderful Life so that we have to make Tim watch it again?
I might shoot myself.
It's
But if
so
that's
long.
if that's what is voted in, then we will watch it.
Based on the person who watched it on call and hated it, that was a bad idea.
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's bad to watch on call,
Oh yeah, it's bad
right?
to watch.
Nobody watched it on call, and hated it, right?
So that being said, we will make a poll about that when it comes. I don't know why I still have this up. I can take that down. Other things happening, guys. YLS is back tomorrow with another top 100. I believe you're 90 to 81. So that is tomorrow pre-recorded. So be sure to check that out. Warzone. What's going on, Boatman, this weekend? I don't remember.
Okay, we have your match
Oh, that's
against Sean Wasserkrug, Scott's match against Nick Twig, and we have the number one or the finals of the mix-up tournament.
Yep. And then Fandom this weekend is another retirement match. Jake Marangoni is going up against Dave Goodger in a retirement match. So that's one you'll want to watch out for to make sure you know who's saying bye-bye. And then we have Schizo returning one more time this season to play America's Asses. Winner is in a number 1 contender match next season. So that is what's happening there. And then, guys, the end of the year is upon us. It's Christmas time, as we've said. That means end of the year title matches. Like Boatman said, we got the finals of the tournament to find out who's going to play Concept. We've got we already know who's going to be playing Barr for the Warzone title. Maggie's playing Nick. Knights of Ren is playing why am I Wookiee Mistake? Jesus Christ, I'm losing my mind. So lots of stuff going on around. Be on the lookout for it. And of course, Game of Factions at the end of the season. So be on the lookout for all that stuff. But guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Come watch Home Alone with us next week and see if I disappoint my friends by whether I like it or not. It'll be very interesting to find out. So we'll see you next time. Grab a Michelob Ultra, kiss your loved ones. Good night. Maybe.
You're still here?
If the video would play. I don't think it's going to play. I don't think it's going to play, guys. The video's not working. I don't know why. Fuck Koho.